Arena Breakout is an upcoming strategic mobile first-person shooter that I had the pleasure of playing during the closed beta, and this game is so much fun. If you didn't get a chance to play the closed beta and are curious about some tips for the game, here is a list of beginner tips I have compiled from my experience in the game that could help you when the game comes out, or at least give you an idea on what you can expect. So with that out of the way, here are my beginner tips for Arena Breakout. Your character creation screen will be your permanent character once you enter the game. You cannot pick different people to play as, so make sure you are happy with how you look. Also, you cannot be a female, only male. You will lose almost all your items when you die in the Dark Zone, making for a more high-stakes combat zone. Imagine having the best gear that you have spent all your hard-earned coin on, and someone manages to take you down. Or worse, an NPC. Now that person will have all your best gear, and you will have to start from scratch with subpar gear until you can save up enough to get back all your upgrades. This is not a battle royale game. You will not find plenty of guns and ammo lying around the world. You must think about what you are going to bring with you into the Dark Zone, how much ammo you want to bring, and how many magazines, how many supplies and first aid you will bring. Because once you enter the Dark Zone, there is no guarantee you will find ammo for your gun. And if you end up with no ammo, you might have to be forced to use a dead NPC or player's gun, which might not be as good. So always enter the Dark Zone prepared. The gunsmith is where you go to upgrade your weapons. You can do plenty of upgrades for your gun, but remember to keep an eye on your weapon stats on the side. Recoil and ergonomics are the ones you should pay attention to the most. Better ergonomics will reduce the time it takes to aim and the stamina consumed while aiming. So make sure to always keep an eye on their stats when upgrading your gun. Don't just go ham on them. The gunsmith, of course, does cost coin to upgrade, and when you have decided all your upgrades, you will have to purchase the parts needed. If you do not own these parts yourself, a fully upgraded gun can be very expensive, so if you do manage the fully upgraded gun, keep your A game up when in the Dark Zones. You will not want to lose that weapon. Your contacts are where you go to pick up new missions to do in the Dark Zone, as well as buy from their shops. Each contact sells something different, so it's worthwhile to check them out. However, you may be able to buy the same item on the player market for cheaper, so remember to check that as well before buying your supplies. The player market is unlocked at level 10. Once it is unlocked, you can now sell your loot on the player market for others to buy with coin, the in-game currency. Sometimes this is the best place to buy and sell, since you can get a lot better value than if you just buy from contacts themselves. Remember to check both the player market and the contact shop to find the best deals. You will unlock more contacts and items for sale from contacts as you progress in levels. Checking back on them every time you level up is recommended, not only for their items, but also to see if they have new missions for you to complete. Going into the Dark Zone isn't always just about killing everyone you see. In fact, it's not the actual objective of the game at all. For the most part, you will get missions from your contacts asking you to retrieve an item, or maybe take down a few people, or to find enough items of value. How you go about your missions is up to you. You could stealth the whole thing and not kill anyone, or sometimes there'll even be a mission where you are requested not to take someone down. Or you can be like me and go guns blazing, but with caution. I basically take down who I need to in order to complete my objectives. But I won't go out of my way to get a high kill count, because that is not the aim of the game. The aim is to get in, complete objectives, and get out without dying. If you can manage that, you have done a good job. There is more than just enemy players in the Dark Zone. There is also NPCs mixed in, enemies who guard outposts and locations of value, so you need to watch out for not only other players, but enemy NPCs too. And since there are no name tags displayed on players, and when you take down an enemy the names don't show up on who killed who, the only way to usually find out if they are a player or not is to search them and check for a dog tag, since it feels like the enemy NPCs are also programmed to try and act like players too. But a usual giveaway is if they start shouting that somebody is nearby, so always be keeping an eye out. The NPCs are just as deadly as players. Be cautious and shoot on sight. There are 5 Dark Zone locations you can unlock. The first is the farm, and second to unlock is the valley. After that is Northridge, and the last 2 are high level zones unlocked at level 99. There's also another mode you can play, which is Covert Ops mode. This mode is where you enter the Dark Zone disguised as an NPC militant. You'll be provided with the bare minimum armor and weapons and must infiltrate, pretending to be one of them to do this. And while infiltrating, the enemy will not shoot you. unless you shoot them first. However, boss NPC types will see through your disguise and will still shoot you, so keep an eye out for them and avoid them as much as possible. These missions can be quick, requiring you to get an item and get out, so try not to go wild and shoot everyone unless you need to, and if you need to take one of the NPCs out, try to do it to one that's alone, so you don't let others know. Covert op missions also have a timed entry. You cannot just enter whenever you feel like. You have to wait for it to be available, which can be a while depending on when you logged into the game. The game does have a battle pass, and from what I've seen of it and experienced of it during the closed beta, the premium pass seems pretty valuable. The beta provided me with 31 levels of the premium pass, and I got so many items, especially extra storage chests, which are so valuable to have. You'll need as much space as possible for all your gear and loot, so I was grateful to get those through the pass. You'll also get a lot of nice weapons and gear from the pass too. I think it's a pretty decent pass, to be honest. I'll be investing in that when the game comes out for sure. So there you have it. That's my beginner's tips on Arena Breakout. Thank you for watching. I'm Sorasin. Have a fantastic day. Please drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed my content, and hit that bell icon to stay up to date on all my upcoming videos. And if you're watching this on TapTap.io or on the TapTap app, I hope you consider following my profile as well. Bye bye!